I'ma fuck up my life. I'ma fuck up my life. We gon' party all night. She don't care if I die.
Hey guys, Swamp Pop here, back here with another video, and I wanted to make this video because I haven't been able to do anything other than RP. Alright, and I haven't made any other videos other than streaming, and of course, and that's what, that's what makes me have fun, streaming. So then I can get some stuff off my chest, But, so what I wanted to talk about today was, Season 3 of Road to Redemption, because I haven't done a review on one of these in a while, alright? And, I'll get to all the stuff about me and what's been going on at the end of the video. But let's get right into this. Alright. So episode 1 is an introduction episode. Of course, like, it's always an introduction episode. And it introduces us to Reggie, Carter, Randall, and Scout. Scout not being so much, talkative, but it introduces us to all of them. And, what happens is, in that thing, we meet Chip, we meet, Reggie, and what happens with them. It's overall just an introduction episode on what goes on. So Reggie gets up, and all of them are all bounty hunters, alright? All of them are bounty hunters. And so they're all in it like a gang. And Reggie is the leader. And, since Reggie is this big old leader, he heads over to the bounty hunter office with Carter. Carter being, Ghoul Toxins, Radix Gaming 107. And they head over to the bar, and they find Randall. And they get a drink, and they talk about business, of course. And Randall says something about a train that has, like, tons of gold on it that they can all get. And with this, being a main thing for the whole season, about the heist and everything, they talk about this, right? And, so in the episode, so in that episode, everyone gets introduced, alright? And they talk about gold, they talk about what's going to happen, and then that's basically all of episode 1. Like I said, episode 1 isn't, my favorite. It's just an introduction episode. It's like every, show should be. It has introductions on what the season is going to be like. But, with, this first episode, then comes second episode. It takes place right after first one, and Chip dies. So the main theme of this episode is how Chip died and they want revenge. And basically, since they want revenge, they are going to try and hunt down a target. In reality, it's just them going for a bounty target. Chip dies and they're all like mad and sad about it. And they go off, get the target, bring them back to the bounty thing, and they all are like, it was at Fort Mercer, and at Fort Mercer, Randall killed the target instead of making him endure pain just like Chip did. Alright, and the whole time everyone was mad at Randall. Randall was like, if they made him want to be hated, then they did a good job at that, because I really didn't like him, because I thought he was just a douche. And if they made him like that, I like it. But, yeah, and that's basically all of episode 2. So episode 3 takes place right after, episode 2. because like you know me, I do summaries of this, alright? Just so you don't have to watch all of it like I do. So, episode 3 takes place right after episode 2, and they wake up at camp, they all get dressed, Scout not having a shirt, weird, he might have gone skinny dipping, but, basically, they all head to Tumbleweed, and they, play some poker, and then after they play some poker, they, go do a bounty / go get Wolfman. Alright, after they get Wolfman, they're in the freezing cold, basically, Reggie heads out because, while doing the bounty, and after finishing it, basically, ghoul toxins / Carter gets lost. You can't see him. And Scout is still in the snow, and Randall is nowhere to be seen. And after Reggie goes to find him, it's 2 days later, and he finally made it to Blackwater. And he grew a beard and everything. Just weird. And he makes it down to Blackwater, and since he's now in Blackwater, he's looking around, and he gets sloppy drunk, and he dies. But he doesn't really die. He wakes up, and he was probably freaking shot more than, and he was probably way down in the fields next to a camp. He didn't die, and Reggie gets up and heads back to camp, and there he finds Carter, Scout, and Randall are all finally there, right? And after that, so I was talking about episode 4. Episode 4, then, there's Carter and everyone. But when Reggie wakes up, that's the end of episode 3. Episode 4 starts off, and he sees everybody, and he's back at camp, and yes. I did watch them, but it's kind of hard to remember when I fell asleep halfway through, and then I had to re-watch them all over again. But it's fine. At least don't criticize me on this, please. Yes, he wakes up, there's Carter, Randall, and everybody, and they head down to the Moonshine Shack after meeting everyone up again, and they head back to the Moonshine Shack, and basically, they all get sloppy drunk, and then Randall gets a call from the sheriff to go after this one guy named Yukon Nick. Yukon Nick being, Yukon Nick. But they, in the roleplay, say it's like Yukon, so. And since this is Yukon Nick, they head after him, and someone kills him. And someone kills the marshal. Like, they're all mad. They get him, they head out, and after that, they're still really mad at freaking Randall. Like, Randall freaking killed an entire family. But, after that, everyone's, mad. They all head their separate ways, and that's the end of episode 4. Now, episode 5 is my favorite, because this was hyped up because of the train heist. So they're all back at camp, and they're starting to get ready, alright? Starting to get ready, and they start up Red Ben Clemson, alright? Red Ben Clemson was a bounty, but it was also on the train. So it's a perfect disguise for them to go on there, capture Red Ben Clemson, and also get some money. Now, while doing this, there were 13 witnesses that watched this, alright? Watch this all go down. And it will be explained later on what happens to those people. But this episode is all about the bank heist. And what happens in that bank heist is after a little bit, they all, they get some money. But Red Ben is shot and killed. And they all head out, they drop off the bounty, they have all kinds of money. Alright? And after that heist, it's basically So after the bank heist, they're all sitting around and everything, and Carter gets shot, and they all run for their lives. And basically, in the Red Dead, it was actually just griefers, but in the RP, it was people trying to shoot them, attack them, and they fight back, and they all run away. Now, after this, it was around 2 hours later. 2 hours later. Now, when this happened, the police sheriff, so this is when the witnesses come in, he said that there were 13 witnesses that saw just him and his gang all getting money from him, stealing money. And what is, kind of a copy thing is how he says, I will show you where the money is, and I will show you where we all are, and what's going on at our campsite. And this is the sheriff that got them their jobs and everything. And after that, it's the end of the episode. Alright, and then after this, it is definitely going downhill. So like I said, it's all going downhill for the gang. The gang is all going downhill. And, so the good and the bad and the ugly. It's episode 6. And what it does is it introduces, what happens. So at the beginning of the episode, Carter and Reggie head into the post office, and they see this guy, and he's reading about these 3 missing people that are wanted, right? And basically, they robbed the train, and it's obviously just them who just robbed the train, Reggie, Carter. And they go outside, and they see a wanted poster for them. Scout, Reggie, and Carter. But Randall is not there. So it shows up that Randall ratted them out. And they head back to camp to tell, Randall, you're gonna die and everything. But Randall and Scout aren't there. So basically Randall is talking to Scout and everything and making him believe him. And they come back to campsite and they fight and everything, and they run away. They run away to get the money, the secret cash money. And once they get to it, Randall's coming after them, and basically they kill Randall. And it's been 2 years after that, and basically 2 years after that, he's got a wife, and they're trying to make a kid. Now after that, it is episode 7, and it's all about moonshine and what he's doing in the moonshine business. And in the moonshine business, he's just doing moonshine. But in episode 8, they meet up after 11 years. 11 years. After meeting up for, they are both still cops. But, of course, Reggie was a Blackwater cop, and Carter was a Valentine cop. Since him being a Valentine cop, they couldn't really see each other. And they finally meet up, but Scout is still nowhere to be seen. Alright, they have not seen Scout. And basically what happens is, they meet up, they talk, they fight, they go to the moonshine business. But the thing is, after that, and also in this episode we get introduced to the Preacher. Preacher being one of the most interesting characters of all time. Alright, it's very interesting, and he is very interesting. And after this, everything went uphill from this episode to the last episode. So that's at the end of the episode. In episode 9, this is the final episode. This is the season finale. Season finale being that at the beginning of the episode, the Preacher is talked to by a cameraman, and after this, the Preacher's acting all weird, and he meets up with his buddy being Elite Cybot. Now the Preacher is like he murders sinners. He murders them, alright? And what happens after this is after they show up and they murder a bunch of sinners, right? The preacher murders his buddy. Murders him, and then Reggie shows up. Reggie trying to stop the preacher and is going to try and bring him in. But since, the preacher doesn't want to come in and everything, he fights back, and Reggie dies. And after that, after Reggie dies, then Carter dies because Reggie was the only last family member Carter ever had. Last one. Even after he went to his family. So, yeah. Even after Carter went back to his family, he came back to him and they both died. And after this, it shows what happened to him, and his fetishes were bombs, increased for like nukes and everything, and murdering sinners. But that's really the end of that. It's the end of season 3. It was a good season, and I liked it. I can't wait to do season 4. And the reason I do this, I do these reviews, is Elite Sci-Fi. I know you're gonna watch this because you hate me doing this. But the reason I do this is to learn. Because I don't do a lot of RPs. So it's just to learn for me. To see what I can do next. Not to copy, but to, learn. And after this, let me say why I haven't been uploading. A man named Fossilized, I'm not gonna say his real name, but Fossilized nearly permabanned me because I got spam reported by him. Alright, we've already talked it out, and we've already, measured everything. I got suspended for 7 days because of him. But I told him, if you mess with me or mess with any of my people, we can just automatically, get you banned for what you've been saying. And so he stopped, and yeah, that's really all I wanted to talk about and why I haven't been uploading. But we are going to start working on a new RP on Friday. Alright. I would love for you guys to go check out Elite Sci-Fi's channel. It's really good. Alright. He's making a new RP named I Am Hugo. It's really good. And it's on Sniper Elite 4, I'm guessing, from what I've seen. And I hope you guys did enjoy this video. And also go check out my friend Cold Spicy's channel. He's making an RP that I am in. And also go check out Red X Gaming 107's channel. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.